Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Strange Horticulture. Um, we are going to be starting with figuring out what the heck this means. So we've got the same symbol here. Nice rainy day here. Love the sound effects. Same symbol, same tree. This says Godsfirth, and then this says 8 miles to the east. So I'd be inclined to say that we're going to be looking 8 miles east of Godsfirth, which is where? Right here. Gosforth, right? Not Godsfirth. There's not two things. Gosforth, yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Right here. There we go. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow along the bank. Oh, that one looks interesting. Okay, cool. And we also have this clue as well. Follow the Duddon tributary to its source. And someone left a comment here that identifying that a tributary is like a by waterway. So if we're looking at the map here, we can't let yet go and do anything. But if this is Duddon, then this is the tributary here, because it doesn't actually have a name. So this square here is where we're going to be going next. And actually, before we even get into anything, I might just try to water everything, get ourselves some will to explore, and just go and take care of that first and foremost. Because it's very likely that this is where one of the plants we need for our special summoning ritual is. This is where we could find Widow's Woe. So let's go and start with that. Duddon tributary right here. I've never seen this plant before, and here it is, growing in abundance. Heck yes. Okay. Could that be Widow's Woe? Let's go ahead and put that over here for a second. I know we have the page for Widow's Woe. Let's look through here. Here we are. That kind of looks like that, doesn't it? A somewhat damp smell, dark red flowers. Dainty dark flowers grow from a bed of long, thin leaves, said to induce fear. We are definitely going to have to put a nice red label on that. Woe, Widow's Woe. Apostrophe S. I'm going to place this over here with the rest of our crazy stuff. Actually, technically, should we put it over here? Because we know it's one of our plants. I'll put it over here, just to keep that organized. So, the other thing too, now I'm thinking about it, is that this clue here tells us to go to the Great Oak. So I'm wondering if now, I mean, we tried doing the Great Oak before, but it was before we got this piece of information. So maybe now we'll know. Let's see here. Both parties must be in possession. Okay, that's just about this thing. Where did our... Oh, here it was. It was in this crazy thing. First is the corpse's friend, a reminder, then comes the ankle grabber, the binder, which I think is, like... I can't remember what it's called, but once we see the name, we'll know what that one is. Third is the fearbringer, which would be Widow's Woe. Fourth, to lift a curse, which I think is long veracund. And then last, a petal to cure black blood's reverse. So we need a cure for the dendra, rhododendra. What is it called? Is it Dranthium? No, Dranthium's the green eye one. It is... Where are you? It starts with something different, but it ends with dendra. There we are, gilded dendra. So we need a cure for gilded dendra as the last one. Alright. That being said, this says Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcomb to the south of Watcher, the Great Oak, and the Dendrew was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known. So it just says south of... Let's bring that up again. Oh no, that's the wrong one. It's this one. It says near Blackcomb, which is over here, south of the Watcher. Wherever the heck the Watcher is. South of the Watcher. So maybe giving us another idea of where it could be? I feel like we're missing a 4th thing here. It says the Great Oak in Dendrew is ousted. The Great Oak. Okay, so let me just try, because I know it's right here. And so it's near there. Let's just try this again. Okay, so we just know where the tree is. A huge tree stands before me, possibly tall and wide, bigger than I could have ever imagined any living thing might be. Its upper branches graze the sky. This actually might be where we perform the ritual. That might be where all of this comes into play. Alright, so, that being said, I think that's enough sleuthing for one morning. Hellebore. Let's get into this. Well, hi, Thora. Well, he went and ate those bloody mushrooms. And of course now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? He's in a bad way and I'm worried about him. Okay, so we know it's Farmer's Worry. Let's see if we know... Hang on. Okay, Farmer's Worry. Do we have a cure for Farmer's Worry here? We do. An antidote can be made using Royal Gentia. Hang on. Did we use Royal Gentia on any of these? Balok's Elixir, maybe? Okay. Let's see here. Spongy Mushroom grants great strength for short periods. Severe fatigue once it's worn off. Alright, let me see if I can pull up... let's look it up here. Elixir of the Damned. Brings them back from the brink of death at the expense of their soul. I don't really think I want to give him that if we cannot all help it. Okay. St. Quentin's Elixir. This is overcoming fear, so I don't think that's it. Where was the last... Here it is. Balok's Elixir. Potent aid to memory, allowing those to drink that they retain important information. Okay, so that doesn't really help me... That doesn't really help me with this. I mean, if he gets really bad, we can do Elixir of the Damned, which brings a person back from the brink of death, but they'll appear vacant and lost, alive, but no longer really with us. I mean, if that's really what she wants from him, but I doubt that anybody would want that. He's in a bad way. I'm worried about him. But it's asking for a plant, so I don't think we're giving him an elixir here. Okay. Do we have... Okay, so we've got here... An antidote can be made using Royal Gentia. Problem is... Oh, I just need to find Royal Gentia. I'm not making an actual poultice here. I just need to give her that, right? Royal. Do we not know? Oh, here we are. We've already identified it too. It's this one? This one? No, that's Everheart. It's got the 2-lobed flowers. This one. Nope, that's Worryless. Oh, sometimes called Everheart. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know why I called it Everheart if it's called Royal Gentia. Why would I do that to myself? Where? My brain has just lost it. Where is it? Here we are. Everheart. And it's also one of the few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare. So Swift Snare is that binding thing. So we have to figure out what Swift Snare is. Okay. Let's try it. Alright. That works. Liverstone. Caution is advised when handling this plant due to the strong paralyzing agents contained within. The liverstone is a mushroom with pointed caps. Okay. Let's see if we can identify that one. Liverstone. Okay. Mushroom with pointed caps. So we already think we know that that's glowhorn. I mean, that kind of looks like it. Strong paralyzing agents. Let's see. Smells rotten. We don't know for certain about that one. I mean, it does pretty much look like that. So why don't we just go ahead and temporarily name this Liverstone. Okay. We'll bring it over to our yet to be cataloged section. Okay. Next person to help. Oh, dear Lord.
I have been to Blackcomb. I have fought the servant and lived, but still my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say that I am done. And my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's elixir if I am ever to recover from the horror that I have seen.
So St. Quentin's is the one that, if I remember correctly, do we have it up here? Yeah. Overcome sense of fear. Fear is not always a bad thing, though. So he might run headlong into this and kill himself if we give him this. All right, St. Quentin's elixir. Here you go. All right, book entry. Prittle. Coveted by the rich, pretty prittle is crushed to make dyes. This is a very rare plant that is hard to come by and requires great care to cultivate. Okay. Sounds nice. Mr. Postman. Hi, David.
There is a hateful man I sometimes see around town. He's called Isidore Burbage. Yesterday I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could.
What? I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday he'll get his comeuppance. Do we know Isidore Burbage? This guy? No, that's Forrest. That's Ennis. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, of course. He's a... We should have given him his comeuppance ages ago, but we're too nice. Alright, new letter. Ooh, let's go close this. Ah, Sadgill Chalice. Let's go and look for it, shall we? Sadgill, Sadgill, Sadgill. Where on earth could Sadgill be? Let's see here. Swinside, Blackcomb, Old Man. Sadgill. It's right here. Okay, plop that right there. Chalice. It must be this. The Chalice clue takes me directly south of Sadgill to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. I don't like the sound of that. Oh, dear. It's got mouths. It's a Venus flytrap. Okay. I don't think we've identified anything that said it had a mouth yet. Sharp thorns grow along the edges of the upper leaves. Okie dokie. Hey, Reuben. How's life?
Verona tells me you're working on gathering the plants for a ritual that would help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I do not know where it can be found.
I'll take it. Swift Snare, that's exactly what we need. The Binder, Ankle Grabber, and Never Let Go are several of the names given to this plant that may give some clue as to its properties. Once ensnared, it is impossible to extricate oneself without help. Swift Snare has small heart-shaped leaves. I wonder, do I already have the Swift Snare? Alright. It should be right here. Small heart-shaped leaves. Okay. Looking through here, do we have any plants that... I mean, this one does. Bell-like flowers and heart-shaped leaves. Doesn't say anything about flowers. But, I mean, it matches the small heart-shaped leaves part of it. Also, I mean, like, stick your hand in there, see if it'll grab you. I mean, it potentially could be Swift Snare. Hard to say. Hard to know. Alright. Ready for the next person, Hellebore? Oh, new guy. Hi, Samuel. I'm visiting my grandmother up in Tibet, and I thought I'd take her favorite plant to cheer her up. It's blue with large flowers, and it smells lovely and fresh. My Nana calls it sweet breath. Ah, yes. Just have to remember what it's actually called. Oh, gosh, it's got leaves on the side. Wonder if I can just glance through here and see. It's not elderfinium, is it? No, it's not. I want to say it had, like, one of those ones where it's, like, got stems. Is it Palliance? Is that the one we just discovered? PPPP, Palliance. Here we are. Yeah, it's Palliance. Sweet breath. Use that plant. Most excellent. Alright. Oh, hello, creepy Agrellan Poe cult leader.
I can't help noticing that rare huntsman is still alive. You don't seem to understand the importance of our work here. If you are not with us, then you are against us. When the redemption comes, and it will come, you will regret your actions. Praise the Dendru.
So, I mean, I guess I didn't really have a choice in... Oh, I guess I could have poisoned that guy, huh? But I did help him in trying to fight the Dendru. Ugh. Okay. I'm so glad I made an enemy of a cult leader. Cool. Alright, and that ends our day. I'm just going to take a random shot in the dark here for maybe Endmore. After a pleasant amble through the village, I find myself in a farmer's field. There is little of botanical interest here, only a few sheep and an old scarecrow. He leers at me from his perch, arms askew. I notice he is dressed in what looks like a shopkeeper's outfit, once respectable, now shabby. I cannot quite place who he reminds me of. Interesting. Kind of creepy, but interesting. Alright. So, okay. Let's go ahead and end the day. Decay gives way to new growth. From death, life. This is where I have to turn my head upside down. The cycle starts again west of White Scar by the river. Okay. Behind the woman, a dark, skeletal figure began to rise, and a low, primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go and take a pause there before we start the next day. If you've enjoyed the series and want to see the next video in the series, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos, like this video so it shows up in the YouTube algorithms. And as always, folks, I will see you in the next game.